everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Renee Goodwin, and I'm here with my co-host, Betty Smith Rose.
Thank you, Renee. I have so much fun doing these video podcasts. I can't even figure out what my real job is anymore.
Exactly.
I'm a children's book author for one, and this is the book that I wrote, Can I Have a Monkey? And it's really good for preschoolers, even babies love it. Those that are just starting to learn some letters, maybe a word or two. It's a cute little story. If you would like to have a copy, send me an email, canihaveamonkey@gmail.com. So that's like maybe the second job I have, I don't know. My other job is, by day, I'm the program director for UT Tyler for the K through 16 Literacy Center. So I just kind of do a little bit of everything.
Yes, and Betty's so great with children. And I, like Betty, am a children's book author, and I write GG Life Lesson storybooks. And each book is teaches little lessons. Like this is learning teamwork, but it's from the voice of Gigi, this special little dog who is with us today. She's just under the table.
Yes, she may get up at any moment, and Leo may show up at any moment, so they're part of the team.
But we call ourselves Team Gigi, and we create Team Gigi video podcasts that you can find on our YouTube channel. And this year our theme is Commit Yourself to Grow Yourself. And we've been visiting a few videos now on the mental, spiritual, physical, emotional aspects of how to commit yourself to grow yourself. And one of our episodes, we talked a little bit about stress, but we felt like we need to come back and revisit.
Revisit stress.
And so to start with, when we talk about commit, it's like a promise to yourself, to dedicate yourself to a long-term course of action. And then to grow, you increase and develop
over time. And so that's what we want to try and do, is to develop ways that we can deal with stress, since it's almost impossible to not have any stress in your life.
Exactly, because it's a big world out there, and it's not always so pretty. And but to look at stress from different aspects, stress can be very debilitating.
Yes.
And physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Like, for instance, it can cause you physically to be ill.
Yes, and I'd always heard that, but I never really believed it, I guess you would say, until it came home to me. And I now have high blood pressure because of stress. And I thought it might be something you just get over, and you maybe take the pills a month or two and you're good. But it's not like that. The doctor said, no, you have to take the pills from now on. So every single day I take a high blood pressure pill. I wish I had learned to deal with stress better so that I would not have to have the medication. I'm thankful they had medication, but I think it's better if we can learn to deal with stress in ways that don't affect us physically.
And that's why we're visiting with you today, to maybe help you not go into
not get to that point. Yes,
exactly. And to talk from the mental aspect, keeping your mind straight on what you're doing. And too many times this week have I been somewhere else than where I'm supposed to be, as I found the peanut butter in the refrigerator.
I don't doubt it. Not too long ago, I put the orange juice in the pantry. So it just happens. But what I've figured out, and what I make myself stop and do when I realize I'm doing little things like that, is because we have too much on our minds. We've got to find a way to de-stress just a little bit.
So you recognize these little signs, and then we'll talk later how to maybe keep them.
It's very important to recognize the
life.
signs, yes, before they do take over.
And so emotionally, you'll find yourself either angry about something that normally wouldn't even faze you, or like cry at the drop of a hat, or be overly tired because your body is really getting weighed down.
Yes, right.
With
you kind of feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Right. And then spiritually, stress can kind of separate you from your beliefs. You may start double thinking or triple thinking.
Well, true, because
questioning.
Sometimes you can have something in your life can affect you so deeply that it will make you stop and question your faith even. It's just, and that's a really deep kind of a hurt. And so it's important that we're able to pull ourselves out of those situations. You know, something happens, so naturally you're going to experience those emotions, but we need to be able to get ourselves back out of it so that we don't go down any farther.
That's true, before it makes
you sick.
Unrepairable damage.
Yes.
So we want to talk about committing yourself to decrease your stress levels and to grow, so develop ways to learn how to slow things down a little bit, because it's a fast and furious world.
Yes,
and you get caught up in it.
Yes, and a lot of times we spread ourselves too thin, and I've been guilty of that myself, and I have to admit I still do that on occasion. But you know, you just can't sign up to be a member of every committee out there.
Right.
And I used to find it was very hard to tell people no, especially if you like that person, and especially if you know they need help.
Exactly.
But you still can't help everybody at the same time. Sometimes you have to choose one project at a time, and then maybe you can help that other person on their project the next time. You have to put yourself ahead of all of these committees.
Yes, my friends used to tease me, and I guess they still do to some extent. The word sucker was written across my forehead because, okay, yes, I can do
yes,
that.
I'll
Okay,
do
yes,
it. I can do that.
Sure, yeah, no problem. And
I
then,
used to say that all the time. I can do that. I don't care what it was. I can do that.
and then before you know it, I'm so anxious, I can't breathe,
Yes.
short of breath. And
Yes.
so that's my first sign of, Renee, just get a hold of yourself, stop, take in a deep breath, and blow it out, relax.
Yeah, there's a lot of deep breathing exercises you could do. Some people do meditations, and meditation is not a bad word. Like some people might think of it in a sense as being associated with a cult or something, but that's not the case at all. It's just really just slowing your mind down, listening to maybe some comforting music. Maybe you could listen to, like the audiobooks. Have a book read to yourself,
Right,
that sort of thing. Just, kind of get yourself back to your center.
And that reminds me, last time Betty and I were talking about these binaural beats.
Yes, they're for real. I love them.
And so I said that I would try them, but I have to say,
She sort of tried them.
I sort of tried them. I didn't realize that you actually had to put the earphones in your ear. She had the left and the right, because Betty was talking about this left brain and right brain thing, and I was like, well, this isn't doing anything, Betty.
Well, yeah, if you don't plug it in and get it set up right, it won't.
So Betty set me straight today, so I will try it again this next week, and then I'll have to give you the second report.
Yes, the second report.
But anyway, that's a joke on me. And then talking about mentally, try to commit yourself to grow yourself, and don't put the peanut butter in the refrigerator. Be focused on what you're doing. Give it 110% of either making dinner, doing the laundry, or visiting with your friends.
Instead of trying to do all of it at one time.
Right.
It's trying to do all of it at one time that gets you. That's what usually gets me.
The multitasking has limits. So
Yes, it does have limits. It definitely does have limits.
Or sometimes I'll be taking more time to do one thing than another, so then I'll try to do 5 things in the matter of time that it should.
Yes.
Yes. that I should.
Because you get stressed out, like you were saying a minute ago, and start hyperventilating or something, and then you don't even remember what it is you're supposed to be doing. So just take one thing at a time.
And I'll hear the trash collector coming down the street, and I was like, oh, forgot to take out the trash. So I'm beelining it.
Plus the dogs are chasing.
Yes, and then it goes on. The calamity begins. So, and then looking at trying to de-stress emotionally, concentrate on me. Don't let the outside world bother me. Which, that's a tall order for sure.
You.
Yeah.
Yes, but honestly, we have to think about ourselves, and especially think about if you have children, especially small children. How are you going to capably take care of those children if you're stressed out all the time.
Yeah.
They're going to feel it.
Mhm.
If you have a pet, a cat or a dog,
Especially the pet.
they're
yeah,
going
exactly.
to feel
They
it.
feel it.
That's one reason they put pets sometimes in nursing homes or with small children in the hospital, because it de-stresses them.
That's
So, get you a pet if you have to. but don't be stressed out, or the dog's going to be stressed out. And you'll have both of you stressed out.
And then we talk about commit yourself to grow yourself spiritually. And like Betty had mentioned, maybe do a little meditation or come back and revisit your faith, and what your beliefs are. And maybe if you have a special prayer or special clergy that you visit with, or friends in maybe a Bible study or so on and so forth.
Yeah,
and
things like that can really help ground you again, especially if you've been through a troublesome time. And there's a lot of inspirational books out there, a lot of motivational books. So find something that kind of gets you back grounded. And most of the time it's people's faith that does that.
Exactly. That's your inner core.
Yeah,
Your soul.
who you are as a person.
Who you are in your heart.
Mhm.
Exactly. Well, we thank you so much. Our time is about out for this session. But please remember, you can visit Betty and see, can I have a monkey at gmail.com.
Or if you're young enough, you can come and see me at UT Tyler at the Born to
Born to
Read program.
Read, exactly. And the Gigi books, I have a website, gigistorybooks.com, and there's an online store. Or you can email me with any questions at gigilifelessons@gmail.com. So thank you so much. We appreciate you listening to us, and we do hope that some of our thoughts and ideas will be beneficial and help you to create a better life for you and the ones around you. So,
Most definitely.
so thank you so much, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.